Thank you, Mr. President. DTM times 3 means don't time me. Times 3. So I can talk 3 times longer than forever. I am one of the lucky ones. I thrive in front of an audience. I love the adrenaline, the rush that I get when I stand in front of 2,000 or 3,000 people and speak. I started early. At age 4, I was on stage for the first time in South Pacific as one of the actors. And I continued in community theater for 50 years. I didn't join Toastmaster until I was 50 years old, and by then I had presented seminars, I'd gone to conventions, I was keynote speaker. I loved getting in front of people and talking. No knees shaking, no sweat coming off the brow, and all the little butterflies seemed to go towards my energy as I spoke. So imagine my surprise 14 years ago when my boss said to me, "I don't really like the way you make presentations." "And I think you could do better. I'd like you to join Toastmasters." Well, yes, my jaw, broke right there when I hit the ground. But out of spite, I joined Toastmasters. And in 3 months, I earned my Competent Communication Award, and I had Toastmasters International send the certificate to my boss. "See? You're wrong. I can speak." After that 3-month period, I kind of got over my mad. And suddenly, the program started to sink in. And I realized what it was that was making me not the most effective presenter in the world. I was boring my audiences. I was an architectural lighting designer, and my thought was, when I was making a presentation to a client, I needed to speak way up there, way above their heads. So they got so confused that they had no choice but to hire me. And about 85% of the time, they did. But I didn't know how to read an audience. I didn't know how to listen to their questions, whether they asked them out loud or not. I didn't know how to change my presentation in the middle because I could see that I was boring my audience. What Toastmasters taught me was the art of critical thinking. I couldn't evaluate anybody for months because I was hypercritical. I saw all the bad things that other people did that I didn't do. Until I realized that an evaluation is a method to encourage people to continue to grow. We do sandwich evaluations for a reason. We don't want anybody up here afraid to speak because they're going to be torn apart. But everybody, including me, needs evaluation. We need to know what it is that we're not doing right or that we could do better, so that the next time we stand in front of an audience, we're a more accomplished speaker. Funny thing happened. My success rate in landing projects went from 85%, which was good, to 97%. I was promoted to vice president of the company because my boss thought that I listened to him by joining Toastmasters. But our company became more successful. All of a sudden we were working in Europe, in Asia, because we now had a presentation and an expertise at communicating with our clients that made them so pleased to work with us that we were referred everywhere. And now that I'm retired, I'm starting a new company called Connect for Effect. Just a little part-time thing when I'm not in a Toastmasters meeting or playing with my grandchildren. But Connect for Effect is all about training sales and management teams on the art of effective presentations. All learned during 14 years of Toastmasters. Over these years, I have seen countless people, whether their knees were knocking or whether they were confident when they came up to give their icebreakers, they grew and developed and became effective communicators. People who not only could talk, but they could listen. They could understand what their audience was thinking. And they learned how to reach their audience through the art of communication. So those of you who are guests, you are most welcome here tonight. And tonight is the night you should join and start yourself on the road to self-improvement. Because in Toastmasters, we are a supportive environment of friends that have one goal in mind, and that is to help you succeed. Mr. President.